What's going on, guys? Well, we did it live here on YouTube. $25,000 evaluation prop firm account passed in record time, just 2 trading days, and we nailed it. Profit target met. Now it's all about maintenance. Let me show you exactly how I did it. Check it out. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump into this video here. Now, what I did was I went after the $25,000 evaluation account. I already have the $50,000 one. I passed that one way back in December. Now I wanted to get the $25,000 one. I also want to get the $250,000 or the $150,000 one as well. And then I want to double up on those to use copy trader, but we'll go over that some other time. Now, the reason why I wanted to get the $25,000 one was simply put because I want to use it mainly for swing trading. That's right. I want to use it for swing trading. Yes, you can swing trade at the prop firm that I trade with. Now, why is it that I want a separate account for swing trading? I could swing trade in my other account, or I could swing trade in my regular account. However, I wanted to swing trade in this account because it's a smaller account, and I want to swing trade obviously with the MES. That's what they currently let you swing trade with. But more than that is in my regular equities trading and my regular equities investing, I generally have 4 different accounts. Oh, Jesse, why do you have 4 different accounts? Very simple. I have a retirement account for long-term investing. I have a taxable account for long-term investing. I have a day trading account and a swing trading account. I don't like to swing trade and day trade with the same account, just for the simple fact that I don't like looking at the open P&Ls moving around while I'm in a day trade. And I don't like investing within my day trading account for the simple fact that it can get dicey. You could see one day where your long-term investments are up huge and you're like, oh yeah, I got a big cushion. You take some extra risk swing trading and then you get hammered. And then what happens? You start to lose those gains. Those unrealized gains just vanish, really, right? So I like to keep them separate. It's like together but separate, you know what I mean? I don't really like to have them all mixed up because of the simple fact that it can get emotionally charged and emotionally confusing. So I like to have them separate. So in the case of trading futures, I like to have my day trading futures account and a day trading swing account, and a futures swing trading account. 2 separate things so that I can keep the emotions from each one in check. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you how I managed to pass this eval account. This eval account, I passed it really in, if you look at it from a 24-hour point of view, I passed it in under 48 hours from the first trading moment that I took on it, which was on Wednesday afternoon. I took my first trade in this $25,000 eval account, and today, Friday morning, is when I finalized it. Okay, so yes, it's 3 trading days, but when you look at it in a 24-hour period, my first trade on it was Wednesday afternoon after Jerome Powell finished talking. That was my first trade. I took more trades on Thursday, and then I took my final trade Friday morning. So less than 48 hours. I think that's pretty fast. I'll take it any day of the week. I have some of the trades here recorded and we're going to jump into those. But before we do, check out the links in the description and comment section. You can find discount codes to my futures trading course and the firm I trade with. Now let's go ahead and jump into this here. Here is my first trade. Well, actually, it's my second trade. My first trade was a small little L in here. Okay, and then I jump back into it once we rejected this 41.35 area. All right, and I have 3 contracts I'm short. And we'll fast forward a little bit. This trade took about a minute or so. This is a quick one. This candle really just dumped right to this target down here. And it was a quick scalp. Now, one of the reasons why I took it all off there is simply because the trailing drawdown is the only rule where I trade. You could trade news, you can trade full size, there's no scaling plans, but if your trailing drawdown gets met, it's over. And I have a couple of accounts that were very much profitable, but in the eval stage on the larger, so like $250,000 ones, they were very much profitable as the account was, but the trailing drawdown caught me. So I'm extra careful with that now. I'm a little bit quicker on these moves, and I tend to scalp them a little bit more, even though I'm not generally a scalper. We get down there, bang, profit target met, second trade done. So that trade right there alone was a little bit over $1,000. Now with the $25,000 account, as it stands currently, you need $1,500 as your profit target, and your trailing drawdown is $1,500 as well. Yeah, so with the $25,000 account, you're allowed to take 3 E-minis, or you can take 30 micros. In this case, I had 3 E-minis. And then what the target is $1,500 in profit you have to make, and your trailing drawdown is $1,500. So right there, bang, over $1,000. I was like, wow, I'm already way more than 90% of the way there at this point. So that was my second trade in this account. Shortly after that trade, I did scalp a few more trades. Within that same day, I took a few scalps, just very small micro scalps, I like to call them, okay, and added a few bucks. Nothing huge, just added a few bucks. If you want to learn how I've passed now at this point multiple evaluation accounts, you got to go through my futures trading course. There's a link in the description and comment section, and come on by, join the live stream on Monday through Friday. People are enjoying it. There's people who are actually passing their evaluation accounts alongside with me. I'll show you some of the pictures here from their own comments in the live chat. All right, guys, I hope to see you Monday through Friday, 9:15 a.m. Okay, so here's my next trade. This trade was Thursday morning. I got short up here. The real stop here was over this level. The reason why I stopped out a little bit earlier here is because I was concerned once again about the trailing drawdown. So I preferred in this case to take a very small loss and reset and wait for a better setup that I could get a better entry. Usually my entries are fine. The point is that I don't have an ultra focus on entry. I have an ultra focus on where my stop loss is and where my profit targets are, so that I can make sure my risk to reward parameters are sound. I can always adjust my size, the size of my position, to account for the risk. Be it the entry wasn't exactly beautifully done. But in this case with the trailing drawdown, I do try to focus a little bit more on my entry. And in this case, I had a really good entry, but I was still concerned about my trailing drawdown because I did have about 5 points of risk to the upside here if I got stopped out on this short. So what I end up doing is I put a quick scalp profit zone here, and we tap. See right here, bang, we come right back to my entry zone, and that's when I start to consider cutting it, and I do cut it there pretty quickly. Right there, I cut it around that break-even area. I'd rather take that small little L and move on. So the next trade after that one, on that day, I took 3 trades. On that day, I took 3 trades, and the first 2, right? The very first trade, I took a very small win, followed by stopping out the rest at a nothing burger. The second trade, red, very small break even. I was actually red on the day at that point. So I waited around for another setup, and on my third trade, I made a green trade, and this actually erased both of the other trades and made it so that I was green on the day, and I only needed $177 more in order to pass my eval account. So here we are back into this trade on a weak bounce back into resistance. You can see here how this was previously a bounce area at about 74. We bounced off that level all the way up here towards 88. Okay, and then we folded and came all the way back down, made a new fresh low, and then we bounced back up into where? Into that previous support zone. Now, what do we know when support is broken to the downside? We tend to what? Think of it as now becoming a level of resistance. Here we are with a weak volume bounce back up into that potential resistance zone. I go ahead, grab a short there, stop right over that level, and I'm looking to write it right back down here. First profit target being about to be met here for a little scalp, and then a little bit of an extension move to the downside here, looking for a little bit more out of that. This time in only 2 contracts, mitigating some risk. We got our first take, and now I'm looking for my last cover. This cover alone would put me very close to fulfilling my $1,500 goal or profit target on this account. Get all the way down here towards it, and then we just tap and briefly bounce back up a little bit. At that point, I start to notice that the volume is really weak. So I get a little greedy. I say, you know what? I might be able to knock this out all in one fell swoop. Mind you, I'm already back to green on the day with that first take profit. So I'm in the driver's seat now. It allows me to let this runner maybe run a little bit more. I mean, the more cushion I have when I surpass the goal, the better and more comfortable I am to continue trading into that account for the selected amount of days you're supposed to trade to pass the evaluation. All right. All I have to do is move my stop loss. I start to get a little greedy, and perfectly fine. I do not regret that greed because, like I said, I'm in the driver's seat. I take it all the way down here to 64 from a short at 71. That right there alone would have given me a tremendous cushion. That right there should have weakened off and just flushed. This was all done live in my live stream. And I remember saying, guys, I'm going to hold the stop over 68. And you can go back and watch the live stream and you'll see this whole trade unfold in real time. And you'll hear my commentary during the trade. Why 68? Well, this was previously a bounce zone right here. We broke underneath it, resistance, resistance. Now it's showing up as a little bit of resistance. If we break up and over it, I'll cut it loose because we might reverse or just get choppy. And I have to keep in mind again the trailing drawdown rule. Right there, I was just salivating at this thing, flushing, and I'd be done with this challenge. Because this was a fun challenge for me. It was how quickly could I get a $25,000 evaluation account passed. And like I said, I did it in 2 days. So now I put a hard stop over 68 zone. Looking at it now, I see that I actually put the line at 68. Either way, it's fine. We break over 68 there, take my last piece of profit off, and right there, boom, I am at $177 from passing my evaluation account. And then here is today's trade. Today's trade that finally finalized everything and made it so that I passed my evaluation, and now I just got to trade in this account for a few more days to total up to total 10 trading days, and that's it. That's it. It'll pass, and we'll be ready to rock and roll with that account now as a paid account. So here we were looking at a pullback. This, I said it live in the stream in the morning. I said, guys, I'm watching for the ES to push to 4130 on good volume. Give me a pullback back down into 4120 to 4118 zone. Okay. And we got it. We got it all the way down there to 4122 zone. I went ahead, got long. Okay. Just a couple contracts, mitigating risk here, not looking to get full 3 contracts. Don't need them either. And if I'm wrong on this, I don't want to take too big of a loss. I want it to be something that I can easily make back in 1 or 2 trades. Okay. So this trade took about 3 minutes and change. So we'll fast forward just a tad here. What I liked about this is that the push up was good volume, big, and then the pull back into the previous resistance zone was on lighter volume, and that shows passive profit taking. That's all. So we pull in a little bit more here. We come back down, test those 4122s area. I actually thought about adding one more contract there, but I said, nah, you don't need it. You're going to add that extra risk for nothing. Let's just sit tight and watch and wait for that bounce back. I was like, all you need is to just hit a couple of takes here and you're done. So here we go. We start to push up just 1.25 points. Looking for the scalp. All I needed was a couple of scalps on this and I was done with this account. 4125s. I remember at 4126, there was a lot of contracts coming up, but we actually broke right on through that zone. There we go. First take profit hit there. And now I'm looking for that quick push into 4128. If I remember correctly, I take it off at 4127s and change because I'm like, you know what, man, that's it. I don't need to be extra greedy here. We've already passed. I was just looking for as much cushion as possible. So we're going to make a quick little attempt towards the highs there. And volume starts to increase decently. And we do end up breaking through the highs, but I do take it off just in front of that high, just in front of that 4128 zone. I just end up taking it off right there. Boom, gone. Done. Guys, I completely forgot to show you my balance. $26,557.34 to conclude the morning. And then we push and we go. But all in all, guys, record time. I was really happy with the performance on the account. We did everything step by step. I did it all live on YouTube, and whatever I had done, in hours that I wasn't on YouTube, which the only one time was during Jerome Powell's conference. I recorded it, showed it to the gang there on the live stream in the mornings, and we nailed it. That's it, done deal. It's 2 accounts that already passed the eval, and I'm gonna chase a couple more just to do it, just to have fun with it, really. So. Any questions that you have about it, just let me know. Put it in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer it. Remember to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and check out my futures trading course down there in the description and comment section as well. Guys, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you on my live stream Monday through Friday at 9:15 a.m. Peace.